Kevin Durant may not be comfortable playing the role of a villain, but he's getting pretty good at it. Durant, who once upon a time was the humble superstar everybody loved to love, has now been ejected 3 times over the last 18 games. Those types of numbers would make Rasheed Wallace blush. But this is the new norm for Durant and the rest of the Golden State Warriors, who lead the NBA in player ejections and technical fouls this season. That's right, the team that you think gets all the calls doesn't think it gets enough. This first-class organization has a lot of first-rate complainers. "We're not composed out there," says Warriors head coach Steve Kerr. "We're a championship team. We got to be poised and we got to execute out there. We're getting way too emotional. Myself included. I got to do a better job of that, too. We've got to show some poise when things aren't going our way and stop worrying about everything else and just worry about the game." Kerr, having been a role player for Michael Jordan's last 3 championship teams with Chicago, knows how this works. The perception, whether fair or unfair, is that the best team and the best player always receive a favorable whistle. And when Jordan complained or Phil Jackson moaned to the referees, it infuriated opposing players, coaches, executives and fans alike. Brandon Dillop: "The general feeling is these guys want everything. LeBron James is the Jordan of this era and he's already gone on record saying he doesn't get enough foul calls. Durant is the best player on the league's best team. The Warriors won 2 of the last 3 NBA titles and are favored to win back-to-back championships this season. And still they complain. They have a chip on their shoulders the size of Steph Curry's bank account." Durant, Curry, Draymond Green and Shaun Livingston have all been thrown out of games this season, with Curry throwing his mouthpiece following a non-call and Livingston going forehead-to-forehead with referee Courtney Kirkland on Sunday after arguing a non-call. Livingston was suspended for 1 game while Kirkland was stripped of his referee assignments for a week for not defusing the situation. Pretty sure fellow referees aren't happy with Kirkland's punishment when it was Livingston, a gentleman off the court, who was the aggressor. That ugly and embarrassing incident didn't stop Green from receiving a technical foul in the first quarter of Monday's win over the New Orleans Pelicans. Durant and Pelicans center DeMarcus Cousins, no stranger to controversy on the court, were booked moments later. The same 2 combatants were issued their second technical fouls with 114 remaining in the game and were done for the night. Marcio Jose Sanchez: "I thought he just threw us out pretty quick, to be honest," Durant said following the 125,115 win. "We got in each other's faces, but that's just how it is, you know what I'm saying, it's late in the game. Every time I get ejected I make sure it's late in the game. I'm not messing up like that in the first or second quarter, make sure it's late in the game if I want to do something. I got to be more focused, I got to be more poised," Durant added. "I can't let anybody take me off my game. I've been in the league too long. Especially somebody like Cousins. We know that he's feisty, we know that he's emotional. We know that he plays that way, so I can't get involved in that. That's who he is, I got to be me." Durant has a right to stand up for himself and he's obviously still stinging from the criticism he's received for leaving Oklahoma City as a free agent 2 summers ago, signing with the already loaded Warriors. But neither Durant nor the Warriors should be so cavalier, pun intended, about being ejected late in a game, because the consequences are great. Weeks before Durant arrived as a free agent, Green was suspended for Game 5 of the NBA Finals after picking up a 4th flagrant foul point in the closing moments of Game 4. That was the now infamous punch to LeBron's groin that cost Green a game. Justin Forduce Today Sports: "It ended up costing Golden State much more. That break helped Cleveland win Game 5 and started the historic rally from a 31-series deficit. Cleveland's title, the one LeBron brought to the city, could not have been made possible without the Warriors losing their composure. The Warriors have spent the last 2 years convincing us they've learned their lesson. Maybe they just need a refresher course.